Hello everyone, good morning. We are still on week 15. We shall now proceed with your grammar lesson. Get ready. With you, your literary companion book and your pen. So this week's lesson on grammar is about use of commas and semicolons. Open your literary companion on pages 262 until 263. Okay, remember last time we studied about the precise choice of words. What is the term again when we choose a word whenever we write a story or a poem? Okay, that is diction. When we say diction, this is the choice and the use of words and phrases that an author makes throughout a piece of writing. Also, we consider this as one of the elements in making the structure of our poem. Great. State our objectives. First, I can identify the use of commas and semicolons, and I can use commas and semicolons correctly in sentences. Now, take a look at these two writing symbols. The first picture is an example of a comma, and the second one is a semicolon. The semicolon looks like a combination of a period and a comma. Got it? Now we are going to discuss the use of these two in or with transitional words. Let us read the text on page 262. Semicolons and commas can be used with transitional words or phrases, which means group of words, to join two sentences. Those transitional words or phrases shows connection between ideas, sentences, and paragraphs. Those are, however, therefore, and nonetheless. Transitional phrases are phrases such as in fact, as a result, or for example. When a semicolon is used, it indicates that there is a relationship between the ideas in the two sentences. When two sentences are joined in this way, the semicolon is placed before the transitional word or a phrase, and then a comma is placed after the transitional word or phrase. Now, we are going to read the example below. Take note or take a look at the placement of the semicolon and the comma in relation to the transitional word, however. Now, for example number 1, everyone assumed him to be a dreadful man, always avoiding their smiles and waves. Semicolon, however, that's the transitional word. And then comma, the birds that he fed in the park every afternoon knew him as a kind, quiet soul. All right, in this example number 1, two sentences are joined using a semicolon, a comma, and the transitional word what? Great, however. The semicolon replaces the period. So we try to remove the period after the word wave because from everyone until waves is one sentence. So we remove the period and we replace it with what punctuation? Okay, semicolon. Then to be joined by a transitional word, however, okay, then this word gives a clue that we should look for a relationship between what we've read and what we are going to read. So a comma is placed after the word or the transitional word, however. Then to be continued by the next sentence, we have the birds until the word soul. Now, the author wants to show the contrasting relationship. People think the man is dreadful, but the birds see him as kind. So they have contrary or opposite ideas. Now, we have to move with our second example. Number 2, we have Jack completely forgot to study for the written exam. Semicolon, and the transitional word therefore, and then comma, he had to work twice as hard as at preparing for his oral report. By using semicolon and transitional word therefore to join these two sentences, the first sentence is from Jack up to exam, isn't it? Then we remove the period, we replace it with the semicolon or comma. Great, semicolon. And then to be preceded by the transitional word therefore, then followed by the symbol comma. Now, the author shows the cause and effect relationship. Got it? The reason is, or the cause is, Jack completely forgot to study the written exam. So the effect or the result was, he must work harder to do well on his oral report. Got the idea? Great. Now, let us apply what you've learned. Use commas and semicolons. Rewrite each sentence below, adding a semicolon and a comma in the appropriate places. Now, we must consider these things. First, ask yourself if do these sentences suggest a contrasting or connecting relationship or cause and effect relationship. If it is a contrasting or connecting relationship, we are going to put transitional word. Okay? But if it suggests cause and effect relationship, we are going to put transitional phrase. For letter A, I thought I had saved enough money, however, I didn't realize the sale ended last week. So, we make use of the transitional word, however. Why? Okay, because these suggests connecting or contrasting relationship. So we are going to put, I thought I had saved enough money, semicolon. However, for our transitional word, then comma, I didn't realize the sale ended last week. And for letter B, I want to be able to watch my favorite movie tonight. Therefore, I have to finish my homework. Now, let us identify. What does this suggest? Okay, contrasting or connecting relationship. And we make use of the transitional word therefore. So let us put it. I want to be able to watch my favorite movie tonight, semicolon, transitional word therefore, and then comma, I have to finish my homework. Great work, students. So, we are now on letter C. I really enjoyed this book. In fact, I liked it so much, I read it twice. So, this suggests cause and effect relationship. Now, what is the transitional phrase that we use? We have, okay, in fact. So, let us complete it. I really enjoyed this book, semicolon, in fact, for our transitional phrase, and then comma, and then I liked it so much, I read it twice. And for letter D, we decided that we would divide our tasks among everyone in the group. As a result, everything was done on time. This also suggests cause and effect relationship. So we make use of the transitional phrase. What's that? As a result. Great. So we are going to complete it. We decided that we would divide our tasks among everyone in the group, semicolon, and for our transitional phrase, we have as a result, and then comma, everything was done on time. Excellent, students. For number 2, we are going to combine each pair of sentences using a semicolon, a transitional word or phrase, and a comma. For the first one, the students wanted to join the local football team, and then the students practiced together every afternoon to improve their skills. Let us join them. First thing to consider, do these sentences suggest a contrasting or connecting relationship or a cause and effect relationship? Great. It's a connecting relationship. So whenever we found out that we have connecting or contrasting relationship, we are going to use what? Great, transitional word. So what is the best transitional word we are going to use for this? We have the word therefore. And take note also that the subjects in these two sentences are the same. So we can replace the second subject with what pronoun? Okay, we could use they. Great job. So let us complete. The students wanted to join the local football team, semicolon, and our transitional word, therefore, and then comma, and then they to replace the words the students. They practice together every afternoon to improve their skills. Great job, students. Now, letter B will serve as your homework. Do it by yourself. My family plans a reunion every summer, and then I am able to see my cousins who live far away. What you are going to do is to combine them. What does these sentences suggest? Is it contrasting, connecting, or cause and relationship? Excellent. These sentences suggest a cause and effect relationship. Therefore, we are going to use what? Is it transitional word or transitional phrase? Good. It's transitional phrase. So choose and complete your answer on your book. As a sum up of this week's lesson on grammar, remember that semicolons and commas can be used with transitional words or transitional phrases to join two sentences depending, remember depending on what these sentences suggest. Take a look into consideration if these sentences suggest contrasting or connecting relationship or cause and effect relationship. And then don't forget to answer your homework on your literary companion, page 263, number 2. This has been Teacher Frances. Goodbye, grade 7 students. Until our next lesson.